Hey, good evening, everybody. We are here on Zoom and Facebook Live, the Hype Magazine. I am T-Rex, and this is the DJ Dance Party virtual interview series. And we want to welcome our special guest. She's a pop sensation. She's currently in LA right now, but she took the time to join us. So we're going to welcome Amanda Holley to our show. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, T? Hey,
Hey.
everybody.
Yes, it's great to have you all. Like we were saying before we went on the air, like I see you just traveling everywhere. You're doing some great things in the
Thank
industry,
you.
and it's
Thank you.
finally great to be able to catch up with you and have you on now.
Beautiful. Thanks for having me.
Oh
I've been
yes,
following you for a minute, and it's just amazing to see like all the great music and love that you've been spreading. So I'm really thankful to be here as you kind of
absolutely.
launch and say what's up to everybody.
Yes. So before we get into the history of you, what you have going on in LA right now?
Oh my gosh, what don't we have? It's crazy. It's an interesting balance because it's like the music, which is number one,
Yes.
and then also like TV and film stuff. There's a reality show I've been starring on for the last few years that's been in development and looking like it's
Okay.
moving forward to a next phase, which is really cool. Very excited about.
Yes.
Um, in addition to some film projects, I already did a cameo on one that's going to be coming out soon. But I have some leading roles coming up from an award-winning director. Lots of prep with that, but mostly recording, rehearsing, getting the show together, taking a lot of meetings, corporate music meetings,
Right.
planning, shooting the videos, which I'm like the most excited for. We have the Ride or Die video that's
Yes.
finally in the can, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be coming out this summer.
All
Uh,
right. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for
I'm
that.
very excited. The cast killed it. We had dancers, we had the male lead who killed it. We had like really dope vehicles and stuff like that, and just
Right.
some really awesome locations. Mikey Poliro directed it, and he brought a lot of
Okay.
love and soul to that.
Yes.
So I just can't wait to share that. And then we actually just wrapped it. We actually ended up wrapping another one, or getting most of it done, because
Right.
we want to shoot maybe some more scenes in New York, but for a single that's coming out after that.
Okay.
In addition to just being in the lab with different Grammy-winning, Billboard charting producers and writers, along with like up and comers and stuff, who are really bringing so much love and soul and passion to the music. So
Yes. Yes.
that's
And,
kind of what's up.
and you have a rich music history. You was pretty much born into it. Tell us about that, having parents that was so integrated with music.
Wow. Yeah, so actually, yeah, I guess it'd be an understatement to kind of say that I came out of a musical family. The whole thing is kind of kismet. Um, my mom's a concert cellist, went to Manhattan School of Music, which was like head to head with Juilliard at the time, still is a really
Yes.
amazing school. My mom was one of 4 out of 5,000 to go, full scholarship. And my dad actually wrote music for Sarah Vaughan, the legend,
Yes.
and
Yes.
his name is on the records, Greg Holley.
Yes.
Gregory Clark Holley was my dad. He's no longer here, but that was
Rest in
him.
peace.
And yeah, and my dad and I, like, I didn't even know my dad for most of my childhood. And
Mhm.
I had already been composing music from the time I was like 2. um,
Yes.
and I didn't even know that he was a writer until later. And then my mom was like, I didn't want to tell you, but this is where you got it from. Um,
Born
now
with it, the
his
gift.
Yeah, and his so this is really crazy. His sister, my aunt, who took me under her wing when she met me, immediately,
Yes.
we just clicked. And I love her very much. She's still killing it on the Upper West Side, throwing parties at her place and stuff.
Right. Okay.
She might be listening, so throw that in for her. It's our inside joke. But she went to Juilliard and
Okay.
discovered Stephanie Mills, the great R&B singer.
Yes.
And so if you could imagine just being a kid, I'm Black and Italian, uh, kind of like kind of being like an outsider, like in the world, kind of like, where do I fit? Where do I fit in? But like music
Right.
being that one thing always that just sustained me, even when me and my mom's had nothing, even uh, through some extreme abuse that I had to survive as for most of my childhood from age 0, to then find out that I was a part of this family legacy of music and soul. And it just
Yes.
made everything feel like it made sense to me. Um,
Absolutely.
it's pretty crazy. So it's there's never really been a reality for me
Mhm.
that didn't involve music. My mom says she ear trained me in the womb.
Okay.
And
Okay.
my mom and dad were homeless when I was a baby, and they actually used to play and sing together. My dad would take out his guitar, my mom would sing, and I started singing before I could speak. So that's
That's
kind of,
awesome.
yeah.
And you
My
get to share
uncles
the
were all,
gift. You get to share it with the world now. You
yes,
know.
yes, it's an amazing thing. Also, my uncles, my dad's brothers were in a doo-wop group on Warner Brothers back in the day. So that's another crazy, you know. And so Black music and the Holley family is just a thing. So I'm just, you know, I just send up all that love and light and just pray that I can carry the torch, make them proud.
Absolutely. And you're doing a great job with that. Um, like you said, the training and background that you get from your mom and the gift that you received from your dad, that's just amazing that you're able to carry that. How does that add any extra weight to you, knowing that you come from such a history of family and music?
That's a really dope question. It's very interesting, yeah, because in 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 my soul, it just feels like I'm carrying their legacies on my back. And you know, a lot of them, like my mom and my dad, suffered from extreme mental illness, and it was not always, things were not always good for them, or mostly not good. And so even though they had their successes, they didn't get to really enjoy um, life in music. And and my aunt, for all the achievements that she made, you know, I think everybody should know her name, Pat Holley, you know.
Yes.
Um, and I mean, the people that need to, they know it, but I feel like her music is so powerful. You know, everyone in the world should get the chance to hear it. So that definitely has a lot to do with the way that I see things in my own career, and just wanting to uphold their legacies, but also build my own. And really, more than anything, the music thing is just something that I do, and sharing it with the world and people is just something that um, has just always been second nature. And I just love people. So
Yes, absolutely. And we can feel it. We can feel the energy that you project. And I like your Instagram because you show behind the scenes of everything you're doing. Also, you show the personal side of you having fun and everything. And that's so dope to be able to do that and share that with us as well.
yeah, like I love sharing the behind the scenes, because that's, to me, that's like where the magic happens. You know, like
Yes.
if the set is good, or the studio vibes are on point, or the rehearsal, the energy is there, then
Yes.
all of that feeds into the music taking on a life of its own, and being able to transcend barriers in time and space and connect with people.
Right. You have performed at some great venues, like just dream of being there, like bucket list venues like Carnegie Hall, the United Nations, New York Fashion Week. Tell us about that experience, being able to be at such those iconic places.
Wow. You know what, T, it's really crazy because my whole like growing up as a baby in Newark, and then just through all the chaos of childhood, the one thing I knew was that, you know, Carnegie Hall is where you go when you practice. So, you know, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice.
Right.
And just stages, like I always wanted to do like Fashion Week, like all of it just kind of happened synchronistically.
Whew. Yeah, so
Um,
all of it just aligned and like
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Now the Carnegie Hall event was produced by my friend Michelle Pascal.
Okay.
He invited me to do a song with him and Dr. Michael Beckwith, who's been on Oprah a bunch of times. And the way that we met was Kismet.
Okay.
The musical director on that song, that particular song that we did, happened to be the musical director of Earth, Wind, and Fire. And he's like Myra McKinley, and he's like, let's put Amanda on the show. So I ended up being able to perform my song that I wrote on stage on the Steinway at Carnegie Hall. So it was just like really surreal. I had a Steinway in my dressing room. So I'm very thankful to them for that. For Fashion Week, the owners happened to be following my shows in New York. And, ask my manager, who I guess they knew for a while, Ralph Cooper. Now, my manager, Ralph Cooper, comes from the Apollo Theater legacy, which is a whole other, how that happened is even more like, wow, Kismet.
Yes.
It's a whole other story. I'm trying to keep it condensed for us because I know I could go on. I'm a Gemini, I know I could go on. But yeah, so they invited me to open Style Fashion Week, both New York and LA. And I did that for 5 seasons on both coasts, performing like 20-minute shows. I remember playing Highline Ballroom. That was really crazy. Like just all these like dope venues, Pacific Design Center, 5,000 people outside and the lights and the big runway. And it's been incredible. But I'm so excited. And sometimes it takes me a minute because I have to really like look back on everything that we've done. We've done like at least a couple hundred shows over the last 5 years. But I just have to kind of really appreciate those moments, because of course for me as an artist, and I'm sure many artists can relate, to me it's all about like, oh, what's the next show? What's the next, when can I get to Madison Square Garden? Like, when can I do my world tour? But I think, when you kind of ask me questions like that, it makes me go, oh yeah, I remember that, that was pretty fun. And it is, my auntie was like really proud because, she was just like, in my whole life, I never was there and you did it. And so it's those moments that I think as an artist, it's really important to take note and be thankful for.
Yes, absolutely. And that was very well spoken by you too.
I tried.
Instruments. You play a lot of instruments. What is your favorite instrument, or what's the most comfortable instrument you like to use?
Let's see. So singing is just my voice is my number one instrument. It's always just been
absolutely
number one. And the pen, writing, the pen. But I did start violin around 2 because growing up, we didn't have a lot. So we didn't have money for babysitters. When my mom would have a gig, she would take me with her. So I'd be like this 2-year-old sitting in the orchestra pit, learning everybody's lines and songs on stage, looking at everybody playing. And I'm like, where the hell is that? I need mine. It's like, I need my violin. Like, where's my violin at? And I really wanted to play the cello, but I was too little. Okay. So we started on a baby violin, and I've been playing ever since. And piano, I picked up to be able to write and compose music. So I started playing piano around the same time, but mostly by ear. And then I was very, very blessed to have music teachers, like one in particular, Bob McHugh. He's a great jazz musician. He would like give up his lunch breaks just to train me, help me learn just basic chords and scales. And then my auntie came into my life shortly after, and then she would be like, at Juilliard, this is all they gave us, like scale formula, chord structure, like, I want to see you play all your scale. And I would like, but I'm missing it. And she's right. Like, do it again. If you mess up, she'd make me do it again. And I think that was probably the best thing for me, and we would sit at the piano together, pull out sheet music, and I would not be given an opportunity to hear the song that I was playing. I would have to read the music, play it, and sing it. So.
Okay. Now, I know you have a new single that's out called Ride or Die. What was like putting that project together?
Wow. So Ride or Die, that song for me is just epic. My producer, OK Laws, uh, he he actually brought it to me around the same time we did my first record that came out at Tommy Boy Warner Brothers. And it was different than it is now, because we, rewrote it and he reproduced it and everything. And we brought in another producer, the legendary Chico Bennett,
Okay.
which I'll get into in a second.
Hey, that's my last name too.
Oh, wow.
Might be my cousin.
Oh my gosh, maybe he could actually be. He has all these great stories
Okay.
about the Bennetts. So you could
Is he
ask
from
him.
Chicago? He's from the Chicago area.
You know what? I gotta ask him. I forget. Maybe.
Yeah, ask him
I don't
if
know.
he's from Chicago.
I will ask him. I will ask him. So I had a vibe about the song, and it was wrapped up in some kind of situations at the time. And then we kind of forgot about it.
Mhm.
And then fast forward a few years later, and like Faith Flavor came out and everything. All of a sudden he's like, remember that song? And he's like, I think, it's time we do Ride. It was called Shotgun, Ride or Die. So Corey Laws, OK Laws, Alicia Harris were the first writers on the song. Then I came on and contributed to some verses and the bridge and everything. And then Chico came in, and then he just like fine-tuned and added some beautiful lyrics and everything, and vocal produced it. And yeah, so that's the story of that. But Chico has a crazy history. He toured with Prince for years, produced Destiny's Child, Madonna, like Taylor Swift. Like he's a prolific writer too. They all are. So I'm very excited about it. And I'm very excited for the video, because the video is like a baby movie.
I can't wait for the video.
Very excited. Yes.
But we do have the song. We're gonna play a snippet because you know how Facebook acts sometimes.
Yes.
We're gonna play the first minute of the song, and we'll talk a little more in depth of the song. So let's check this out right quick. It's Amanda Holley, Ride or Die.
Overkill, you always put me on top. I'm riding with you so hard and so deep of a drive. Full throttle, we go so far. 'Cause every time I see you, boy, you got my heart racing gear to gear, and windows down, love's in the air, take me everywhere, shift it faster, baby, let's go.
Ride or Die, Amanda Holley. Hey, that's a nice track. Yeah, that's a very nice track. Very nice track there.
Thank you, T.
That's a great vibe. Like I feel it. I could ride with that. And it has a great message. We all need that ride or die in our life,
Exactly. And especially like for me, just with my own personal experiences I've been through, just like all of us, I just feel like true ride or die love is what we need more of in the world. And that doesn't mean like letting, because I'm an abuse survivor since childhood. I had a lot of abuse that I allowed into my life because I didn't know my own worth, and I didn't know how to stop trying to save people who just wanted to hurt other people, And I think though, the most important thing to me was not changing who I am to be what the world wants to make us into, or like the chaos of the world tries to make us into, but to really stay true to who I am as a pure soul, and just love, but just making sure that one, it starts with loving oneself, which is so cliche but true. I'm still learning so much, obviously, as we all are. But then also loving oneself enough to love yourself and let go of the things that are toxic, so we can make way for something truer. And I do believe that by being there for one another in that ride or die way, that we could really help to kind of shift this world in a more positive direction, I pray.
Absolutely. If you watch it on the video, you see that we have Amanda Holley's IG page up. Make sure y'all follow her. Listen to Amanda.
Yeah, follow me on IG. I'm fun.
Yes.
I'm not like every minute, where's my, here's my salad that I had to. No, because I do have a salad in here if y'all want to see that. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm so, honestly, it's like the days that I'm pulling right now are like 20-hour days, because it really is an endless thing when you are, as an artist, trying to do it without making only the compromises that are positive, without making like toxic compromises, if you know what I mean, especially as a female, and with the stuff that happens to us in this business, and also with the music and our commitment to music that's going to help to make a good vibe in the world. So it can be a lot, but it's totally worth it. And I love connecting with y'all. It really means a lot to me, and it means a lot to be able to communicate with you guys and know that maybe the song did something for you.
Yes, absolutely. You have any closing remarks, anything you would like to say to your fans or new fans, or just anybody in general?
Well, if y'all are in New York on Monday, June 5th, I'll be popping up, doing a pop-up performance with the legendary DJ FM at Washington Square Park. And it's going to be a lot of fun, but mostly just love, love, love. And I'm so excited because we're going to be releasing record after record as a part of my EP, the Holographic EP. And I'm thankful.
Holographic, that's the name of it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay.
Carrying all the hollies.
Yes.
Carrying all that energy, and really because I had to transcend the existence, that physical existence, just to like get through my life. And I have found myself oftentimes flitting between universes, and we are in a holographic world and universe. So yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a good way to explain it. Maybe I had too much coffee tea, but yeah.
And I have my coffee here too.
Love it. Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for having me.
We do have some comments. Brian Herring, he's part of 1516 Radio. He definitely said he's going to check you out. We got a message from AR Ridley. He's giving a shout out to you as well. We got some great people in. He say blessings to you. Stay solid.
Sending much love. Thank y'all.
Yes. Capono Lopez. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He said much love. So you definitely have a lot of love from your fans and everything, and you have a great spirit, and we are so glad to have you on. Are there any shout outs you would like to give out?
I guess let me give a shout out to Ralph Cooper, my manager, Corey Laws, OK Laws, producer on Ride or Die, and Alicia Harris, our co-writer, and Chico Bennett, and James Leach at CSAC. It could be a long list. Sandra DaCosta, Omri DaCosta, Brian Price. We have a pretty dope team, and I'm very, very thankful. And Mikey Poliro for killing it on this video that we're about to drop. So y'all better stay tuned.
Yes,
it's the first big one of the project. We've been playing around. We've just been doing visualizers, We made a little baby movie. I mean, I don't want to gas myself up, But...
Also, I want to give a shout out to Bats United. He said, yo, people. He's checking in as well.
Aww.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Do you know John Blassingen?
That name sounds familiar.
Why did I think you might know him? Okay.
Oh, no.
That's okay. No shout out there. No shout out. Okay.
Shout out to Blasting Game as well.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to
Shout out
everybody.
to T-Rex.
Yeah. Shout out T-Rex. Amanda Holley, in case she's
Yes,
finding
yes.
her.
And where can we find you? Beside IG, listen to Amanda. You plug your websites or any other sites that you have you would like to promote.
Listen to Amanda.com. Follow me on Spotify, y'all. Thank you for those who already are, because Spotify has been pushing out the music, and there's more on the way. So we got like quite a few more records that we're dropping just inside the next year. So
Okay. Well, thank you, Amanda.
Thank
Holley.
you.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor to have you on the DJ
Thank you,
Dance Party
T.
virtual interview series. We're gonna have you on again, definitely when you drop that video.
Heck yeah. You're gonna want to too. It's pretty. I mean, it's good.
Yes.
It's good.
I can't
I'm
wait to check
excited.
that out.
The hardest part of the edit though is on a Gemini. So like I'll be looking at the editor. I'm like, I like
I'm
this.
a Virgo. I mean, I have it tattooed. Or
Nice.
Like 3D.
Nice. More decisive than I am. And I'm like, well, I like this section. Well, but it could be they're coming and going from here. And like, it's crazy. It'll be done soon. And then it'll be out there. So
yes, indeed. Well, thank you again for being
T.
on. We're definitely gonna keep following you and checking you out and sharing your stuff.
I deeply
like I said, it's
appreciate
a great honor to have you on, and just keep shining and doing your best.
Thank you. And come check me out at Washington Square Park if you're in New York City.
Yes.
Monday, June 5. I'll be posting it tomorrow. I didn't even post it yet.
Okay.
So when people find out I'm coming home, it's gonna be out of control.
Parade,
so yeah,
blowing your phone up. What are we gonna do, Amanda? I haven't seen you so long.
I'll just be like, can I just get some sleep? Like 2 days of sleep. That ain't gonna happen though. I'm going in the studio like the night I get there. So okay. Thank you.
Peace out. Thank you so much.
Have a great show.
All right, you too. Enjoy your day in LA.
I'm getting on a plane in a minute.
Okay. Be safe.
Thank you. You too.
Yes.
Lots of love. Thank you.
Absolutely. That was Amanda Holley. She took her busy time to be on the show. So it's definitely an honor to have her on. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody, everybody to the team, the Hype Magazine, Two Factor Media, Bats United, 1516 Radio. We are broadcasting live on Facebook Live, also on Zoom, and we also will be available on your favorite podcast provider. So you make sure y'all check us out. This is kind of season 2 of DJ Dance Party, but we are doing a virtual interview series. But we also will be filming and shooting the TV version of DJ Dance Party that will be coming soon. So y'all make sure y'all be somewhere, tuned in, Roku or whatever. We'll make sure that we'll update you all when we have the air date. And also, I am the new host of Hype in the Streets. That's on Roku TV, on the Hype TV, every day from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be dropping some dope videos from all your favorite artists and also handpicked independent artists. Never forget my roots. The independent scene is always something that I have gravitated to. And so I use what God has given me to be able to help the independents and also, have a great mainstream show as well. And it's just a blessing to be here. And well, we got a video. I would definitely like to show you all a great artist. Actually, met this artist is at South by Southwest. Like I was telling Amanda, it would be great if you can go to South by Southwest because it is a great vibe, great time actually, just to be able to network and get to know people, and it is wonderful. It is wonderful experience to check out. So y'all make sure y'all check that out next year. Making it mad, making it for indies. Shout out to Kelby, of course. If you was on my IG, I made a post about podcasters today. If you follow me, the real T-Rex or IG, make sure you check that out because there are some pioneers that pretty much grazed the landscape of today's podcasting. And it is time for those people, including me, to display how we built that infrastructure that everybody's getting credit from or credit for. From the Joe Rogans to the Drink Champs and everything. Definitely salute those shows. And we were the infrastructure, and still is the infrastructure, because we all have gone on to do great things in the industry. And so definitely want to salute those people. You know who I'm talking about if you was tagged in my Facebook post and my IG post about podcasting now versus where we started in 2011, when it was like slinging mud at each other. But it's all good now. The FM stations and everybody are using podcasts, and so you're welcome. You're definitely welcome for all the hard work that we put in. Tampa Mystic, David Dwayne, Nikki Rich, Tweeterby, Jit Chronicles, The Main Event, Ryan Blizzum, the Hype Magazine. Like, we put in the work to make it easier for today's podcasters. So just like in the hip hop genre, make sure you know your history about the music and the people that came before you start just spewing out stuff that is not true and accurate at all. But we have another video, or not another video. We have a second song, but first video that we're about to play. This is by Paige. She sent this over to me. She actually sent the song over to me, but I went to the YouTube to find the video. So give a shout out to Paige. We're going to let her close out the show for today. Make sure you check us out. We're going to be available on all podcast platforms soon. So just make sure you check us out. Follow me, follow the Hype Magazine, follow Two Factor Media, Next Level, DJ Coalition, TMZ, follow all of us. And thank you all so much. But we're going to close out tonight's show with Paige. And this is her single. It looked good. If you're watching on the video, you'll see the video. If you're listening to audio, you'll just hear the audio. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in. And like I always tell your loved ones, you love them today, because tomorrow is never promised. And always love God and love people. Peace.
This beat here better drop so crazy.
Oh, it's like that. Is it? I walk away, he tell me bring it right back. Oh, it's like that. He like the way this thing's sitting cause it's fat. It look good, don't it? 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 He said he wanna fuck me cause he never had a rich bitch. I told him that he's lucky cause he's fucking with a rich bitch. I told him if he like it, put some money on my wrist. I don't want your man, ho, I ain't into no simp shit. I don't want your man, ho, cause I got my own. Tell him bring his credit cards and a lot of ones. He told me turn on Bliss cause lately that's his favorite song. I be getting naked but he just wanna sing along. Everything I say, yeah, you know he bout to do it. My ex had his chance with the baddest but he blew it. I just got a check, went to Gucci and I blew it. I be spinning racks, he say it look good when I do it.